What is up, guys? Welcome back to another daily build video. This time we're checking out the brand new Lamborghini SC20. Let's go. Real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for any of my Motorfest tunes or my Need for Speed Heat builds, I've moved everything to my website. It's militiagamingco.com. There's links in the main navigation menu for Need for Speed Heat builds and Motorfest Pro settings, so click those if you're looking for that. The link to the site is actually in the description of this video. All right, enjoy. All right, before I get into the pro settings, let's talk about the car a little bit here. This one doesn't drive as well as the Bugatti. The Bugatti feels way better to drive. This one understeers like crazy, although it does stick to the road. So it actually has insanely good grip, way too good grip, actually. That's not even a thing, way too good grip. But this one has it. It just understeers like crazy. So it's something that is really hard to tune out of a car, is that it understeers. It's hard to tune oversteer into it. And I've got it in a place where I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way it performs in terms of its test times. I don't think that I can personally do any better. So I hope you like the tune. If you don't, find one that you like if this is a car you really like. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of this roadster style. I want to call it a convertible for some reason, and I think someone corrected me. It's like a permanent roadster or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not a fan of this. I'd rather have a top on the car. I just think it looks a little silly. That being said, I like the back end of the car though. Like if we take a look at the this back end of the car, actually looks pretty cool, and that's basically what you see when you're driving it anyway. So forget about the front. It's all about the back. Anyway, let's get into the pro settings, and then I'll show you my fastest test time, and then we can go out to a grand race and have some fun. So first up, we got the power distribution at 40%. Then we go down to the aero load rear, and we got it at -20. For the suspension, I'm at +10 in the front, -5 in the rear, +10 in the front for the compression, and 0 in the rear. And then rebound, front and rear, both at -4. And if we go down to the anti-rolls, we're at -10 in the front, +10 in the rear. And then camber, -0.25 in the front, -0.15 in the rear. Everything I've done here is to introduce oversteer into this equation of insane understeer. And it's got a very similar lateral G stat to the Bugatti that we just tested. And the braking distance is a little bit longer. The acceleration is a little bit better. But from what I can tell, the car just doesn't have a very good top speed. It also, like I said, understeers in corners. So anyway, here's my best run on achieving immortality, and then we'll get out to a grand race. All right, it's up last in this one. We've got the H1 and then the RS2 Avant for our other two cars. We'll see what's going to happen in this one. I see a lot of familiar faces in here, including my very own server admin for my Discord server, Mr. Tesseract 80, who's already in front. This is going to be a rough race, I feel like. And by rough, I mean difficult. Not necessarily actually physically rough, just difficult. I really like using the Hummer for like the starts. If we have a rally raid start, the Hummer is one of my favorites. Should maybe go around that like Tess did. Uh-oh, Tess is all over the place. We're gonna give him a little push. Uh-oh, we're trying to squeeze through the same little opening in the brick wall there. The H1 is definitely fun to use. I'm gonna get past here for sure. Doesn't have the ability of the Z4, but it definitely keeps good speed through a lot of these sections. It just doesn't turn very well. Well, it turns fine, I guess. It turns fine. Where it struggles though is a lot of the switchbacks. Those real tight turns are tough. Tess over here with the through the trees line. I like it. I'm gonna follow him. See that? See how I just drifted that whole corner? Street Tier 1, baby, let's go! Alright, how many RS2s do we have in the front pack here? There's 3 of us. There is 3 of us. All 3 of us have RS2s. I have been burning my NOS to try to stay ahead of Tess. He's just gonna pass me here. And if he does, I'm just gonna jump into his slipstream. Thank you, sir. And then we can just push. It's not always the best thing to pass when you guys are at high speed like this. It's really good to just trade off using NOS. Like after corners, you trade off with your NOS. He uses it one corner, and then I use it the next one. See, I was using it right after the corners there. He's probably got a nice bank of it. We've been kind of going straight for a while. I went a little wider than he did. But we're hanging. This guy's an excellent racer as well as an excellent Discord server mod. Not mod. Discord server admin. My bad, Tess. Very nicely done. That was a very good corner by him. He kind of drifted it a little bit, at least on my screen. Oh, understeer city. And he's in the Agera. So I will see you at the finish line, Tess. Thank you, sir. I appreciate the tow into second place. That was very nice of you. Anyways, the SC20, baby. Oh, Tess messed up on that corner. I'm catching him a little bit. can I get into a slip? I was just gonna talk about the car, and now I'm like, let's talk. Whoa, what a crazy line. I've never taken that line before. Oh my goodness, I was not ready for that. GG's though. That's a cool line. On the right side of the trees like that. I like it. I was not ready for that at all. Woo! All right, as you can see, this thing has very good acceleration. That's the one thing that I think is very good about it. The understeer is tough, man. This tune actually does quite well to limit that, but it's not like the best. I would definitely like to use other cars rather than this one. But yeah, man, GG's to Tess. And there we go. I wonder if he knows that he's in the video. Wish I could give you a little thumbs up or something, but they disabled the ability to see emotes after the fact. Anyways, the Lamborghini SC20, it's all right. It performs fine. It's got really good acceleration. If you get it on a course with a lot of like city turns like that, that was probably the best course for it. Just because it does really well with like mid transmission acceleration. I don't know if that's an actual term. I'm just making it up. I say it a lot in videos, but basically from like third, fourth, fifth gear up, it does pretty well. When it gets to top speed, you need a slipstream because it just doesn't have it at the top. But in the middle of the transmission is very good. And even early on, it's got a good launch, so it might be a good car to start hypercar with. It's got incredible grip too. It might be good in the rain as well. But anyway, this is going to take a little bit more testing there. It's a nice car, but I think the Bugatti's better. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. I will catch you on the next daily build. Trigger out.